Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast. Show link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LBBC. We are the underground out the job. We built this whole thing by ourselves, look in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, y'all. Y'all press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments. Got a mic check. Salute to everybody that's in the building, man. Woke up again, man. Too much love, man. I salute all of y'all, man. Appreciate everybody that's in the building. Shout out to Denise Rush in the Cash App. $25 donation. She said, salute to you and thank you for keeping it real. Appreciate it. Shout out to Fanta Jacobs with a donation in the Cash App, says, for that's because you're built different. Stay 10 toes down. Salute to you, Jamil Jimenez. Salute to you in the Cash App. You stay good reporting. Shout out to Cicely with a $20 donation in the Cash App. She says, do your thing. Call these punks out. Salute to you. And shout out to Infinite Wisdom Waller with a $100 donation. He says, thank you for all that you do, Infinite Wisdom. Salute to you, Infinite Wisdom. And everybody else who supporting the channel and who've been staying 10 toes as we keep cooking, as we proceed to get these people what they need. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to Sonia Manuel in the PayPal, $25 donation. Salute to you coming through this morning, rocking like a cut-off stocking. You already know what it is. We coming this on 100 hot. We coming this on 100 hot. Shout out to Giannis with the donation to the channel. Salute to you. If y'all want to donate, the link pin at the top of the channel. You understand what I'm saying? We come in 100 hot. They mad too. Them haters, they be mad too. They be mad that y'all be showing love and supporting the channel. They big mad. So stay mad. Stay mad. Don't get mad at me because I'm out here unafraid to tell the truth about these scumbags in the goddamn society. Don't get mad at me. Nah, stay mad. Keep that. I want you to keep that evil eye. You understand what I'm saying? Keep that evil eye. Make sure you keep it too. Shout out to Deborah in the Cash App with a donation. Salute to you coming through with a $50 donation this morning. Appreciate it. You understand? Before we get started this morning, I want to salute everybody. And I want to say this to y'all right here, man. Bro, something crazy just went down in the courtroom before this entire thing popped off today. Y'all smash the like button, share the video, like the video. Bro, they don't came out here and giving somebody else immunity, bro. Bro, this is crazy. So I told you guys that Mr. Garcia was coming in today out of nowhere. I don't know who the hell Mr. Garcia is, but Mr. Garcia has came in the courtroom this morning, and Mr. Garcia has just signed for immunity. Now, I don't know what his role in this criminal activity was, but the government just gave him immunity for his testimony this morning, right? So they have more and more witnesses coming in. Now, let me let y'all know what else is going on. Salute to all of y'all. Stacy, salute to you in the Cash App, the donation. I appreciate you coming through. Much love to you, my sister. It says before the jury came in, and shout out to Inner City. They're doing a great job of keeping us informed. And Inner City even spoke about this. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this again. A lot of people are running with misconceptions online because they're not in the courtroom. So what they're doing is they're telling y'all half-truths based off of what they're reading off a transcript. But I told y'all, I got people that's in the courtroom. Matter of fact, I'm going to try to get the girl that's in the courtroom to come on here tonight or tomorrow night again. I got matter of fact, I got 3 people that's in the courtroom. I got 2 people that's been in there every day, and I got a 3rd person that's been in there for about a week and a half. And it's nothing. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, I don't need to see no evidence." Bro, they're putting the evidence literally in the courts during the case, during the days in trial. You don't see that in a transcript. So when the people says, "Oh, where's all the evidence?" It's just hearsay. He say, she say. That shows the stupidity of a lot of people that's running around here, right? It shows the stupidity of a lot of people that's around here because they're not using their minds to think about what the hell is going on. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Jonathan in the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you, sir, coming through. $40 donation this morning. I appreciate it. You already know what it is. So the judge says, right, before the jury came in, he says, Brian Steele to, Diddy's lawyer, he says, how much longer you going to have on cross-examination, man? Brian Steele says at least until lunch, maybe after lunch. So Brian Steele is he is acting like he is a baby pit bull up there on the stand. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm telling y'all what it is, right? So it says this, right? The judge says, man, we're not going to have 15 more Instagram posts, right? Brian Steele says, I can't promise that. The judge says, defense on the elevator hallway video. You are objecting to us showing the versions we discussed. So there's something going on with that video. Something going on with the video where somebody, and I told you guys, they gave a guy immunity, in my opinion, because he took money. And I told y'all he was coming today. That's going to prove the bribery without a shadow of a doubt in the RICO. Somebody took money. And that dude's going to come in, and in my opinion, he's going to show evidence that he got paid to do what? He got bribed and obstruction of justice because of what happened with that video. Because the judge is talking about it right now in court. The judge says, defense, talking to Diddy's lawyers, he says on that elevator hallway video, you're objecting to showing versions we discussed. So Diddy's lawyers do not want them to show versions of the video that have been privately discussed. And Diddy's lawyer says, yeah, it shows Diddy's running 30% faster than it really happened. So they're saying, oh, Diddy's running faster than what they're showing. It's prejudicial. We'll let the government know how we feel about how we will cross the expert. So they're saying that they're going to cross-examine the expert, right? The judge says, man, let's have Mr. Garcia come in here, right? The government says, did you receive a subpoena to testify at this trial? See, this is the thing people are mistaken. Let me put this straight to everybody. They're thinking these people are just coming out here to snitch on Diddy. That's why Diddy's going to prison, you sorry SOBs. These people ain't coming on their own free will. These people did not want to come to court. That's what's going to destroy it. These people did not have financial motive to come to court. Janet Jackass, these people were subpoenaed and forced to come to court and testify under the penalty of perjury, asshole light. That's the part y'all don't understand. So when the jury finds out that these people did not willingly come to the courtroom, but that they were subpoenaed and forced to come to court, and most of those people were pleading the fifth. But what the government did is they gave them immunity. Because what the government could do is, okay, you don't want to testify? You want to take the fifth? We're going to charge your ass too. What do? Get down. And they sign the agreement. Why? If they wasn't guilty, they wouldn't have to sign no agreement. They say, okay, charge me. You ain't got nothing to charge me for. Charge me. Charge me. Shout out to Terrence in the Cash App, the donation. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate it, my G. Y'all already know what it is. That's the part these bozos don't understand. Think about it. That's the part these bozos don't understand. Most of these people did not even volunteer to go to court. They got subpoenaed. Cassie Ventura did not volunteer to go to this court case. Cassie Ventura got subpoenaed. Cassie Ventura got her $30 million. She was going to leave and live her life. You think Cassie Ventura wanted people to know that people's doing that to her and doing that in her mouth? No. But everybody keeps making it seem like, oh, Cassie's the one who trumped this case. No, it wasn't Cassie. Who really, the feds came after him, and the person they're saying gave it all up, allegedly, was Lil Rod sitting in the back. But ain't nobody talking about that, except for the one guy over from Fresh and Fit, which he said he talked about that. Now, let's keep going, right? So it says, right, that, Diddy's lawyers are going to, cross-examine this guy, and they have a forensic video expert. Now, the judge says, let's have him in, Mr. Garcia. So Garcia comes in the courtroom, and the government asks, did you receive a subpoena to testify at this trial? And Mr. Garcia says, yeah, I did. The government says, do you intend to invoke your Fifth Amendment rights? That means everybody who knows who the Fifth is, you know what I'm saying? Everybody say you took, man, that nigga took the stand when he could have took the Fifth. The Fifth Amendment is that I have a right to not self-incriminate myself. So what I'm doing is, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to come into court. You feel me? I'm not going to come into court and incriminate myself and say something on the testimony that could incriminate me, right? So I don't want to testify. So then what the government do is, no, you're going to testify. And the reason why it's good for you to testify, because if you don't, I'm going to prosecute you. But what we're going to do is we're going to help you out. We're going to give you immunity, right? Or other people, we're going to give you a plea deal, right? Everybody keeps talking about, oh, man, why all these people get plea deals and get immunity and not Diddy? Because Diddy's an asshole. Diddy was offered a plea deal and rejected it. Diddy was offered a plea deal. Duh! That's the part people are forgetting. Sean Diddy Combs was offered a plea deal. He rejected it. So a lot of other people, they were offered immunity or plea deals. Everybody else accepted it. That's Diddy dumbass fault he didn't accept it. That's Diddy's fault. That's the part people not realizing. They acting like these people got motives to come in there and lie. They have no motive to come in there and lie on this dude. They didn't even want to be there. Asshole lights. They didn't even want to be there. The government had to drag them in there. Right? I'm telling y'all this. Telling y'all this. Telling y'all. So, feel however you want to feel. Everybody saying, oh, look at this chick, man, she lying. Why would these people lie if they didn't even want to be in court? And if they were lying, they're going to get charged. They're going to catch charges because most of these people were either given immunity because they committed crimes and acts with Diddy. They've admitted this under oath. When you're out here sending Diddy drugs, buying illegal drugs, this is the part people don't be using their brains on, y'all. And it really like frustrates me that people don't have a brain on their head. Shout out to Alan in the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you. He said, Tiki, you smarter than most, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I think I'm smarter than all these cats. Why would these dudes, I want you to think about this. Why would these dudes come to court that have been subpoenaed, not voluntarily? Y'all don't understand. These people ain't voluntarily came to court. These ain't no witnesses that voluntarily came into court. None of these people wanted to come into court. They were forced to go into court. And if they didn't testify, they were going to be charged. You know what they did? You know what the lawyers told them to do? Man, you got to get up there and tell the truth because this is a Fed time. And they're going to get you inside that RICO. And if you get inside that RICO, it doesn't matter what your role was. You get found guilty, you doing 15 or up. That's the part these bums not telling y'all. They're not telling y'all that shit. That's the truth. That's why you have me to tell y'all facts. You understand what I'm saying? So this ain't a bunch of people, and not even Cassie. Cassie just wanted to get her money and get out of there. You think Cassie wanted to come say all this stuff about what happened to her in them beds and stuff? Hell no. Hell no. But once the government started coming out, and then Lil Rod, he jumped on top of this thing allegedly and went full blow and gave the feds the whole layout on Diddy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's allegedly what really happened. But everybody's saying, oh, man, these people are coming out here just lying and lying on Diddy. No, they're not. They ain't even want to come to court. They're going to get charged if they don't tell the truth. Duh. That's the part people not realizing. So when this guy came into court today, why does he need immunity if he didn't commit a crime? Why? Why? Because he was going to plead the fifth in order to prevent himself from self-incrimination. Meaning they can turn around and charge these other guys or put them in the RICO with Diddy. That's the part y'all don't understand. They can come back and do these guys right after Diddy. I don't know why people don't understand that. Right? So let's just keep it 100. Anyways, though, so the government says, did you receive a subpoena to testify at this trial? Mr. Garcia said, yes, I did. The government says, do you intend to invoke your Fifth Amendment rights? He says, yes, I do. The government says, have you seen the proposed immunity order? He said, yes. So they proposed an immunity order for him to where, look, bro, you come in here, you tell the truth, you ain't got to worry about us charging you with no crimes. He said, all right, cool. The government says, Your Honor, on that basis, we propose you to sign the immunity order. The judge says, done, I'll sign it. The judge signed the immunity order for another witness. This is the part y'all not understanding. This judge don't sign the immunity orders for at least 4 or 5 witnesses. These people don't even got to be in court. They were all going to plead the fifth. They didn't even want to testify. So when people say, oh, man, they're getting exposed, Mia's lying, she's getting exposed. No, she's not. She didn't even want to come to court. They're all a part of it. Duh. Anybody that aided and abetted, they're all a part of the conspiracy. They're all going to get caught under the RICO if they don't. What the hell is wrong with these people? So the judge says, bring Mia in. So now here comes Mia back. The judge says, all rise. Brian Steele, you can proceed. He says, show DX 1750. Right? So you know Brian Steele going to be on his shit today. And let me see. Shout out to Jamal in the Cash App with a donation. Salute to you, brother. He says common sense ain't common no more, Ticket. That's a fact. Come on, bro. I'm just being honest with you. It can't be common no more. People just want to ride act like they stupid. They stuck on stupid. No, dog. No, dog. We ain't finna do that. It's not finna happen. Not finna happen. I explain this shit on a simple 3rd grade level, and these people can't understand this. It's crazy as hell. So the government says, Your Honor, we renew our objection. The judge says, Mr. Steele, are we just going to show this video? You haven't laid any type of foundation. Take the video down. Brian Steele says, do you work? The judge made Brian Steele take the video down. The judge says, do you work as an assistant to someone? She says, maybe 2008, 2007. I'm not sure. Brian Steele says, you have a resume saying you had the ability to multitask and had thick skin. She says, I'm not sure I wrote that. Brian Steele says that you were able to deal with uncomfortable situations 24/7. The government says, objection, reading for the document, not in evidence. The judge says, overruled. Brian Steele says, did you use this as your CV? She said, looks like it. Brian Steele says 1753R for admission. This is evidence that's being entered into court, right? The judge says admitted. Brian Steele says, you went to James Madison University. It's a well-known institution. She said, sure. Brian Steele says, then you were a design assistant. She said, yes. Then Brian Steele says, in 2008, 2009, you say you provided round-the-clock support, all personal and professional needs, keeping passports, they were all collected. She says, I don't exactly remember. I didn't travel. He says, but you traveled with Diddy's companies? She said, yes. She said, yes. So hold on one second, y'all. This is just, again, as I tell all of you guys, and y'all are watching this situation, man. This is what's going on with everybody that's watching this thing, man. Bro, it's easy and it's simple, bro. None of these people wanted to be here and testify. All these people have pretty much taken deals because the government, they were going to plead the fifth. And if you plead the fifth, what's going to happen is the government is just going to put you in on the RICO. And that means when Diddy gets found guilty of the RICO, if you had any part in it as an underdog or anything, and you refuse to take a deal or whatever like that, or take immunity, you're going to be charged with Diddy. Meaning that if you're a part of that criminal organization, your ass is going to be on the hook for getting time under the RICO federal law. That's what the racketeering law does. It eats at every single person that was a part of that organization. So even people that y'all think is innocent, they're not innocent. They were all a part of this thing. See what I'm saying? In some way, shape, or form. Whether you were taking Diddy drugs, whether you were covering up crimes by cleaning up those rooms, doing all this other stuff. This is the part people don't understand. And it makes me sick that we don't have common sense. We got stinking thinking going on in America. Shout out to Jennifer in the Cash App coming through with a $50 donation this morning. Nobody's saying this stuff. And I'm telling y'all what it is. None of these people wanted to be here testifying. They were all trying to let this thing just go away. But once the government got the claws thing to you, so that's why I told y'all, all this stuff Brian's telling them doing, it doesn't matter in the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, guess what? The jury and those people gonna think. The jury and these people are people that's not connected to the hip hop world. They're not in this type of thing to where they jockstrap sniffing like a lot of other people are because of these people and who they are. They don't care about that. What the jury's gonna look at is hold on, these people were given immunity because they didn't want to testify. They were going to take the Fifth Amendment, so they were given immunity and forced to come in here and tell the truth. And if they didn't, they would have been charged with Diddy. So why would they come in court and lie? Make it make sense. Why would you come in court and lie under oath and make a situation worse? If you were telling the truth, you go in there and say, hey, this is the truth right here. Boom. Duh. That's the part these things don't understand. Right? So when you talk about racketeering, all these people that were under Diddy, that were working for Diddy, Mia, all these people, anybody that was doing any type of criminal activity, meaning go buying drugs for this dude, going helping getting prescriptions from doctors for this guy, that's all goes under the RICO, under illegal activity, helping clean up and conceal his crimes and helping keep his image clean, right? Obstruction of justice, not reporting crimes. When all these people sat in there and saw this man beating on all these people, this the part y'all don't understand. This is why when you come over here, you get your ass stir-fried coming around me. Filet mignon style, nigga. The hell is wrong with these people? No matter what your role is, they can put you underneath that RICO. They put Diddy at the top of the chart and all these other people underneath him, including Cassie. They were all offered deals. Every last one of them. Most of them were offered deals and the other ones were offered full immunity. Period. That's what they were offered. Hold on, man. What the hell is calling me, man? Hold on, y'all. Hey, man. Hello? What the hell you want, bro? What? Man, I'm on live, man. Hey, don't fucking bother me right now, bro. I'm on live, man. I'm gonna get you back. All right. Crazy as hell. All right, y'all. So, let me see. Where was I at? Man, this clown made me forget where I was at, man. Shout out to Janine in the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you. Shout out to Tara Moses in the Cash App with the donation. Says, ticket, hold the line, bro, on these YouTube streams. I mean, these motherfuckers out here lying. It ain't got no common sense. It don't make no sense whatsoever. I have never seen sense be uncommon as I have on YouTube. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've never seen this. Ever. People don't be using their brain and saying anything. Oh, yeah, look, man, she got exposed. She lying. Why would she lie? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why would she lie? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever why she would lie. Doesn't make any sense. Why would she lie? Why would she lie? So Brian Steele says, right? So when you said they had your passport, they had everyone's passport, true? Mia said yes. Brian Steele says, you're a strong person. She says, I'm good at teaching people, not necessarily enforcing things. Brian Steele says, you're a leader. She says, I don't know about that. Brian Steele says, you speak up for yourself? She says, no. Brian Steele says, but you empower other people, right? She says, yes. Brian Steele said, let's look at your text messages in 1730 ET sequence. I sound like me. Show the jury 1733. You left Diddy employment by March of 2017. She said yes. Brian Steele says, what did you write Diddy for Christmas of 2018? Please read it. She said, Merry Christmas, I love you. And the New Year's, I just had seen him at Kim's funeral. She says, you reached out to him? She says, absolutely. Bro, all this stuff, and these people are telling y'all the truth. That's the thing. They're getting on the stand and telling y'all the truth. I told y'all this. A lot of these people do this. The people that they get done dirty by, they keep going back to them. How many times everybody keeps saying, oh, why would you go back? These mofos act like forever in a day in life. That y'all have not seen people in toxic ass relationships go back over and over and over again, whether it be personal relationships, friendships, all that shit. We've seen this in the history of the United States of America and this world. We've seen it. How many times have you seen somebody get fired and then somebody may go back a few months later, a year later, and rehire that person? Or that person come back, ask for their job after they had a beef. How many times have y'all seen people in a personal relationship? Y'all be like, how the hell do you keep talking about, how the hell you love this nigga hitting you upside your head? It happens all the time. You know how many women that's out here right now that don't tell their father, don't tell their brother, don't tell their uncle, don't tell nobody that their husband or their man is beating on them? You know why? Because they don't want them to look at that person in a different type of way. And I'm gonna tell some of y'all niggas is out here beating on y'all chicks. That's the reason why y'all taking up for Diddy. Some of y'all niggas is on that type of shit. I'm telling y'all this. Let's just keep this shit 100. That's cowardly behavior. And that happens a lot. A lot. Diddy's lawyer says 2019 message right here. This one. Mia says, I had a nightmare. I was being chased by R. Kelly and you saved me. Steele says, the person you say R word is you saved you. Government says, objection. Judge says, you need to rephrase. He says, here, what did you write? She says, sending you all the love in the world. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It shows y'all Diddy had complete control of all of these people. These people were 1,000% loyal to Diddy. And the nigga still treated them like shit. It shows y'all this. It shows y'all that these people, Diddy had these, this is like a cult. This is what y'all gotta understand. It won't make sense to dummies. And it won't make sense to people who are part of the bullshit because they're a part of it. They're fools. But anybody that have common sense and a common way of thinking, Diddy ran his shit like a cult. You had to praise and worship Diddy at all times. Simple as that. To be in his group, you had to praise, worship him, and get on your knees and acknowledge him as your boss, as your daddy, as your king, man and woman. See what I'm saying? And if you didn't, guess what? What he was going to do is he was going to eviscerate you and make sure that he evaporated you from the industry because he had that much power. So if you tried to work for anybody else in the industry, he was going to shit can your name. And nobody else was going to believe you because Diddy had strong backing at that time. These are facts. That's why I don't understand what people say. So what people did was They crazy asses got under Diddy and thought, damn, I must be doing something wrong to get my ass whooped. Let me tell y'all something. It's just like a parent. Diddy act like he's these chicks' fathers and dudes' fathers and stuff, right? So I'm gonna beat on your ass. I'm gonna tell you to do anything and treat you this type of way. And if you don't do what I say do, you're gonna keep getting these beatings. You're gonna keep getting humiliated. You're gonna keep getting all this shit thrown at you. And I'm gonna make you feel like what you ain't doing is right because you're not 1,000% loyal to me and my cause. So what these people do is they go out of their dumbass ways to try to please Diddy. And they say, no, Diddy, I love you, man. I'm gonna do everything right, man. I promise you. Don't worry, I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it right. Because they don't want to come against the wrath of Sean Diddy Combs. See, this the facts of what's going on. This some deep type. Well, some of this stuff I'm telling y'all is too deep for people to sink their feet in. Right? Shout out to Xavier in the cash app with the donation, man. He says psychological. Yeah, man. This is what's going on, bro. Psychological warfare, bro. And I'm telling people this. I don't know why people have a hard time understanding that, but that's what's going on. This is mental and psychological warfare. This is damn near a cult this man had going on. And you can see it straight up. Mind control. Right? Think about this now. Think about, and I told y'all, for the love of money, not saying that you can't have money because you can have money, but the love of money is the root of all evil. Go back and look at that girl who was sexually assaulted and all these other things. She gonna go over there and be Diddy's lawyer, even though she's seen all this stuff in these paperwork and she's seen all this shit Diddy done did to women. She gonna run her ass over there with Brian Steele. You know why? The love of money. The love of money. So even a lawyer, you can tell, for the love of money is the root of all evil. So Brian Steele says you are not in his grip anymore. She says it's psychological. And she ain't lying. It is psychological. Psychological warfare. Brian Steele says, why do you keep referring to psychology? Why did you do this? Kim Porter's tragic death was 5 months before. Why were you reaching out to Diddy? She said 5 months is not a lot. Brian Steele says, what didn't you understand that Mr. Combs was brutal to you? How did you write this? The government says objection, argumentative. Brian Steele, the judge says, Steele, let's have a very brief sidebar. So the judge calls the sidebar on this punk. And I'm going to tell you why. Because what Brian Steele is trying to do is he's trying to make this woman think for herself. Think for him. Excuse me. And not think for herself. That's what he's trying to do. He doesn't want her to think for herself. He wants her to think outside this situation. This is what y'all got to understand. Right? But Brian Steele knows the psychological things that go on around here in psychological warfare. He knows that. But as long as that check clears, hey, man, he going to do what he got to do. He going to do what he got to do. See, Brian Steele get off on people who ain't mentally strong. He get off on people who are weaker. I tell you right now, that nigga couldn't get off on me. I'd embarrass his ass. All that fake ass coming to the courtroom huffing and puffing and shit like that. Yeah, that nigga get his goddamn on. He gonna get smoke blown all up the chimney, nigga. Believe that. So again, and everybody running around here praising Brian Steele for what? What have he done? What have he done? Brian Steele got a rapper one of the worst plea deals you can get somebody. If you mess up in 15 years, you going to prison forever. Make it make sense. Everybody, oh, he got him up. No, he didn't. Most people would have took 5 years behind bars and been able to walk away free after that. They've been on probation for 15 years. So if you make one mistake, your ass is out of here. Smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Trump ain't pardoning nobody, man. Trump is not pardoning nobody, bro. Trump's saying that, bro. And let me say this to you, Simp and Pimpin'. Here's the thing you forgot, and I told you this. Bro, the government is smart. They knew Trump was in office. Everybody keeps saying, where's all these other charges? Oh, they could have charged. The government didn't do that. You know why they didn't do it? Because it will be a round two, sucker. Let me remind you of a name. When the government wants you, they're going to get your ass. I'm going to remind you, John Gotti. John Gotti beat the feds not once, not 2 times, but 3 times. But guess what? The government kept doing. They kept coming until they got that mofo. They got him on the 4th go-round. Everybody think this is going to be a one and done with Diddy. Are y'all out y'all mind? All the government going to do is wait till Trump gets out of office and come on his ass with some other charges that got him under a different RICO. I'm telling you what they going to do. They didn't charge him with all those charges. So all y'all keep saying that, that's why they didn't bring all those charges they had against him up now. It's in the pre-trial paperwork. Read it. How they talked about, oh, we know about all this other stuff. They didn't charge him with that. The reason why, they're going to double back, rev run, bubble bath his ass, nigga. Period. Shout out to Tammy in the Cash App donation. Salute to you, baby. I appreciate it coming through. $25 donation, man. She said, take it smart as hell. You already know. In a world where a lot of people ain't got no common sense. It's crazy work. Y'all think the feds came out here with their whole clip? No. They had a whole lot more they ain't even come up off of. So, Diddy's lawyer says, now on May the 14th, 2020, you text Diddy and said what? She says, my heart is broken about Dre, and my spiritually, I know that when people are done with the physical world, is that they've completed their mission. I love you. See, I'm gonna tell y'all how I know Diddy had these people under mind control. Cause that's what this is what you getting. This is when you talking about real. I'm controlling my chicks, right? So let me tell y'all this, right? The first thing you gotta do is control their mind and make them think that you their father, right? Now I'm finna tell y'all some real shit now, right? So Diddy has all these people working for him. They look at him like a godlike figure. Why? Because he has money, power, status, right? And they feel like we don't have any of those things, but we want to be in this group. We want to be able to be in a group to where, you know, when he's doing awards, we can say, hey, man, we there. I'm there. I'm in the, you know what I'm saying? I'm all up in the photos. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in this world will sell themselves out just to be in those celebrity circles. That's why I told y'all this. You've had people, y'all seen this online, where people just come on YouTube and make videos about celebrities all the time because they want to be in those circles. Came to the party for the photos, right? Show off my new outfit, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about when I say that, right? But anyways, as I said to you guys, shout out to Auntie Lee in the Cash App donation. She said, keep cooking, nephew. You already know. I'm on a helmet. I'm on a helmet. And so this is the part people don't understand. The feds are going to continue bringing witnesses in here. So everything Brian Steele says doesn't matter, because the more and more witnesses they come in, and see, here's what the feds have done the whole time. The feds have covered their bets. What do I mean? Every time somebody says, oh, this is a bad witness, guess what the feds do? They come back in with a smoker, with somebody who can back up what that other witness said. So if you thought that other witness was shaky, guess what happens? They come back with another whole witness that backs up their story, that Brian Steele and none of these other bum lawyers can refute or refute. That's what they've done the whole time. So when everybody was going at Cassie, saying, oh, look at Cassie, her story. What do? They bring in Capricorn. What do? They bring in Don. They try to get at Don, right? Couldn't get at Capricorn, and then guess what happens? Hey, the flamboyant stylist goes in there, Dante Nash, and shuts the city down. Game over. And he confirmed everything. You got all kind of people testifying against Diddy. White people, black people. Man, I think you probably had Asian people in there. This man don't got every nationality coming at him. What you think? You think they're going to believe Diddy, or they're going to believe all these people that are coming in? And the Fed's still bringing in witnesses. You think all them people are lying? So at the end of the day, when they go back and look, they're gonna say, man, ain't no way in hell all these people lying about this man. They're gonna get his ass on the racketeering. I'm telling y'all this. That's the most dangerous charge. They've already proven that. They're gonna get that nigga on the racketeering. So y'all gotta understand this. This is the part people really gotta like use your mind on and think about. Hold on, I know shit. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. My bad. Hold on. My bad. Hold on, you guys. Right? So, Diddy's lawyer says, what is this about? Mia says he auditioned for the James Brown part Chaz Boseman got. I told Puff I emailed him videos of his audition. Brian Steele says you cared about a video camera? Or you carried about a video camera, he asked her. She said he required me to do it pre-iPhone. I was required. Brian Steele says, do you have any footage of Diddy berating you? The government says, objection. The judge says, overruled. She says, I would not have been allowed to record that. Fact, she would not have been allowed to record that. Brian Steele says, do you have anything about Diddy berating you? She says, it would have violated confidentiality. Facts. They had them signing agreements. So she couldn't have that. Brian Steele says, you have no text messages. Mia says, they should meet one on direct. They showed me one on direct. He says, showing what? Puff saying, fuck it, let's go to war. Brian Steele says, nothing else. Mia says, only reaching out to other people in the office, things others had seen, right? Now, let me say this to y'all right here, right? I'm going to show y'all this again. What is Diddy's motto? What is he running around here saying? Love, 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 love. That nigga looks zoned out when he's saying loved. Diddy running around here calling himself love. So he want everybody telling him, I love you. Love, man. Beat your ass, but it's love, 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 love. Yeah, love, love. All I'm seeing like a bunch of zoned out zombies. Now, peep what I'm telling y'all now. Peep what I'm telling y'all. Peep what I'm telling y'all. Right? Peep what I'm telling y'all. Zoned out zombies. Where Diddy's running around here talking about love. Have y'all seen them pictures where Diddy's throwing up the L, looking zoned out? Love, love, love. Right? Now, peep what I'm saying to y'all now. He got the Love album. He been running around talking about love, throwing up an L. Love. Throwing up heart emojis. Love. Hey, y'all got to peep this shit now. This some real deep psychological warfare type shit. Love. Love. Love, man. Love. I'm going to beat your ass, but it's love. Right? Think about this now. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. He be doing this all the time. Love. So what it is now it gets everybody that's around his wave, throwing up that love stuff, and people just saying love, man, love, 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 love. It's like you in a trance. It's like you in a trance. Love, man, love. Oh man, that man. It's love. It's love. Let me show you on the screen. I want to show you on the screen what I'm talking about. See, I see through all this Diddy cap. See what I'm saying? Can't run this foolishness on me. Nope. Sorry. I'm too intelligent for the foolishness. Love. Love. Think about what I'm saying to y'all now. Love. Love. Yeah. 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 And Diddy always saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, love, man. Love, love, love. Right? Heart emojis. Love. I want y'all to look at Diddy's face. He's zoned out. Now he's throwing up a heart emoji. Love. Love, 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 love. 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 Look at him. Look at his face. I'm showing y'all this. I'm showing y'all this stuff right here. Look at his eyebrows. Look at his eyes. He's forcing a smile. Love. 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 Are you getting what I'm saying now? Are you getting what I'm saying now? Love. So now, all the chicks, Diddy, I love you, Diddy. Diddy, I love you, I love you. But there was a moment when Diddy did an interview with Young Miami, Carisha. There was a moment when she asked Diddy, Diddy, why you ain't never get married? And did you hear what Diddy's answer was? Did you hear what Diddy's answer was? Somebody go back and listen to that interview Diddy did with Young Miami, Carisha, right? And when she asked Diddy why he ain't never get married, Diddy never wanted to commit himself to someone else, but Diddy wanted everyone to commit themselves to him. Think about it. Love, 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 love. Think about what I'm saying. Love, love, love. Yeah, yeah, yes, love, man. Yeah. See? And now everywhere you go, see, that one didn't stick. Diddy wanted everybody to call him love. He said, don't call me Diddy. Call me love. Love, man, love. Yeah, love, 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 love. Yeah. Now you understand. Now you understand. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his mannerism. He can fool a lot of people. And a lot of people aren't fooled. They're down with the foolishness. And they're playing like everybody just seeing things. No. See, when you have intelligence and when you understand, these are the things that happen. Right? right? Shout out to Keith for the $100 donation in that Cash App. Salute to you, my brother. And he says, "Ticket, you want it like no other, bro." Listen, let me tell you something, bro. Telling y'all this. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Listen. Look at his face. That seems like it's forced, doesn't it? That smile seems like his face is just forced. Love. It's a battle. Psychological warfare. Do you see it? So now everybody that works under him, it's got to be love. Look at the faces. I take you to Mr. Mike Jeffries, the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch. Look at his face. Remember Mike Jeffries' face when he got bail? They say, oh, he's incompetent to face trial now. But he was competent enough to sign that bail agreement and walk out of court, scotch-free. Remember? Look at the faces. Look at the faces. It's deeper than what y'all think. It's deeper than what y'all think. Yeah. Right. See, some people's mind, it's not love if I'm not beating your ass. If I don't beat your ass, I don't love you in some people's mind. In some people's mind, if I don't humiliate you, call you all types of names outside, it's not real love. Right? Think about it. Think about what I said. Love. And then you look at the faces. Do you see true happiness in any of those faces? All the money in the world. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. Right? Esther, I appreciate you in the Cash App donation. Salute to you. Salute to you, Esther. I appreciate you. Much love to you, too. You see it. It's right there. You see it. You see it. It's love. Oh yeah. It's that deep, right? It's that deep. You guys had to start studying things like mind control, right? You have to start studying that. See, mind control is having people work 20-hour shifts with 4 hours of sleep, allegedly, for 3 straight weeks without no days off. You have to control somebody's mind to get them to do that. To make them think, hey, I'm showing you how to be great. You got to do this. You got to do this. I'm showing you how to be great. Mind control. So now you got these people busting their ass saying, oh man, I got to do this. This is how I'm going to be great. So they're going outside of their own realms. You listen to these people's testimonies and they tell y'all, right? Some of these people never knew they could do this type of stuff. You never knew that your mind, you could push your mind to these points. But it was Diddy's and the sinister, evil intentions. So, Brian Steele says, what did you write here? She said, I wrote, we had so many funny memories. Oh my God. Brian Steele says, anything in your phone about being brutalized by Combs? She says, I don't think so. He says, how will we find out? The government says objection. Judge says sustain. Diddy's lawyer says, Mia, didn't you have time away from Combs to write? Today he sexually assaulted me. She says, I did not have time, and I would not have written that. There it is right there. You don't have time because you're always with him. How does she have time to do something? She tell you they working 20-hour shifts, man. She talked about how she worked for 5 straight days without no sleep until she just passed out. She couldn't even go no more. Her function shut down. Brian Steele says, August 29, 2020, he wrote to you, glad you're well. Love. Love. Please send me the footage for the document. Or for the documentary. He wrote to you, glad you're well. Loves. Brian Steele says Diddy wrote to this girl, glad you're well. Love. Peep. Peep game. Peep this now. It's Diddy always saying love, love, love. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. Some of y'all gonna get it, some of y'all not. Brian Steele said it's 2020. The Me Too movement is strong for 2 years, you could say. I remember the bad times, right? Mia says, I would never have said that. Brian Steele said, because it's not true. The government said objection. The judge said overruled. He says, you wrote what? She says, I wrote love you too. Love. Love. It's not even about being in love with Diddy. It's about the vibes that Diddy gave off with everybody that was around him, working with him. I love you. Go back and look at all the pictures of the guys and people in the studio and how Diddy would act with them, how he would put his arms around them. The photos or the videos are all out on YouTube. Love, man. Love. Go back and listen to how he talked to other artists in the hip-hop industry. Yeah, daddy. Yeah, I love you, daddy. I love how you doing it, daddy. I love when you scrambling and scraping, daddy. I love it, daddy. Yeah. I love it, daddy. I love when you scrambling and scraping, daddy. Yeah. Yeah. You understand now? Yeah, daddy. You looking good, daddy. You looking good, daddy. Right? These are all things. Right? Yeah, daddy. Yeah, daddy.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
See, if I was the government, I'd play that tape in court where he tells men, hey, man, you doing it, daddy. You doing it, man. You doing it, daddy. I love you, man. And the man says to Diddy, I love you too. I would play that in court. See, that nigga cannot do this with me. I'm surgical with this thing, nigga. I'm surgical with this thing, nigga. So when you say, oh, well, you was telling Diddy you loved him, Diddy had all these mofos saying he loved him.
You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
I love you too. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I would, boy, I would play all of this stuff and show him. This is the type of stuff he's got going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this drink. Where you put my bag? I like when you like this, Daddy. Where you put my bag? Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. No. I like that. You know, I've been practicing. I got
I like that, Daddy. I love when you scrambling and scraping.
Yeah, I love this drink. Where you put my bag? I like when you like this, Daddy. Where you put my bag? Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. When you scrambling and scraping for shit. No. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go over with that one. Make a wish. Don't go without your birthday every day. Every day's your birthday on Drink Champs, goddammit. I'm in.
Where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
I miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
Man, but I'm talking about for your birthday. Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but man, you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying? Eyes, brother. Eyes. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So check this out. It's me, Tyrese, Ray J, and F. Gary Gray. You know, I'm a type of nigga, I like variety, man. I like people that's unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? I like different personalities. So I was like, I never knew they would become what they are today. But you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, that sounded like the type of night I want to have in Vegas. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So Tyrese kept on talking. This is a Floyd fight, right? Yeah. And Tyrese keep on talking about like how you got to get back for church. And we just like, yo, the night ain't start. You got to get back for church. We in motherfucking Vegas, nigga. Like, you can go to church next week. You know what I'm saying? Sending your thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but we in Vegas. Don't be bringing God into this situation. Don't bring God into this situation. You know what I'm saying? F. Gary Gray is like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Ray J. So Ray J is like just really like feeling like Ray J right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo. Don't do that.
That's what I pick it up from right there. This guy gotta pick it up from right there.
Look at that nigga. He's a veteran, nigga. Go ahead. No, bro. Killing him. I'm telling a story. Bro, we intoxicated.
Listen.
Oh, bro, we helping me build that beautiful nice guy Rastafari brand of yours, huh?
I come in,
man.
I walk in.
Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday. It's fabulous. The only nigga that got the name that I want.
The only nigga that got the name that I want. This type of stuff that Diddy do. Love. So when he's in the courtroom badgering this woman about why did you tell Diddy you loved him? Diddy has everybody saying that he loved him. That's what he do. Shout out to Lauren McNair in the Cash App, the donation. $25. She says light kills witchcraft. Our light words will win. Listen, the truth is gonna win. The truth is gonna win. And people are saying, oh, she loved Diddy. Man, so did everybody else that Diddy was saying this stuff to? Diddy had this stuff going in everybody's mind. He kept saying it. When you kept saying something, it burns into people's brains. Give me an example, Tiki. What are you talking about? Let's go back to when the rapper Mike Jones came out. Who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Once he said that and burnt that into everybody's brain, everybody was like, who? Mike Jones. Back then, they didn't want me. Now, hot, they all on. Back then, I said, who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. So everybody was saying that. Diddy goes around now, love, 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 daddy, baby, love. Say it. Say you love me. Easy work. I'd have been in the courtroom. I'd tore their ass shred. Pause. That whole defense team, they'd have got annihilated messing with me. That's a fact. That's a fact. So, Mia says, I wrote so many crazy things. Like Mick Jagger trying to take me home. Lord have mercy. Mickey Jagger. Oh, God. And y'all got mad at me because I called out Nia Long for dating Mickey Jagger, old ass. Y'all got mad at me? Okay, cool. So Mia says, I wrote so many crazy things like Mick Jagger trying to take me home. And that Baccarat game, my pink bedazzled iPhone. There are trillions of stories. Of course, I'll send to you. I was bamboozled by Heather. Remember the scrapbook I made you? I've got you. Diddy's lawyer says, why didn't you write you bamboozled me? She said, because I was brainwashed. I told y'all that. Love. She said in open court she was brainwashed. I told y'all. Love. Love, love. That's what all these music artists do now. They brainwash all these kids and tell them, go slide on a nigga. Slide. You know you got to slide. So now they got this new thing with slide. Where you sliding on a nigga. And everybody use these things. When they started making up the word cap, and everybody uses cap. When they started making up the word for hoes, thought, and 304, and everybody used thought and 304, that's brain programming. That's brain programming. Right? Think about what I just said. She said in open court that Diddy brainwashed her. And I told y'all this. Shout out to Lil Chuck in the Cash App with the donation. She said Signs was right there when he called Fabulous Daddy. He said the same thing to other artists. I forget his name. Damn. He said the same thing to other dude that was in the pool. This is what he do. She says in open court, this nigga brainwashed her. Brian Steele said, by who? She said, by Puff, nigga. Brian Steele says, how did he bamboozle you with a part of his body in without your consent? The government says objection. She said, and the judge says sustained. Diddy's lawyer says, what does brainwashing mean? She says the highs were really high and the lows were really low. And I was punished whenever Puff was violent, making me believe I had done something wrong. He was praised by the public. She's not lying. Nobody held Diddy accountable for his actions. When Diddy was running around here, and I'm going to put this out in front of everybody, all these dudes that's taking up for Diddy, None of these dudes will hold Diddy accountable when he was running around here telling grown men, I love it when you scrambling and scraping, daddy. Daddy, I love you, daddy, I love you. And we go shopping, daddy. Like that woman said, everybody around Diddy were enablers. None of these people were checking that nigga and telling him, hey, nigga, what the hell you doing, dog? Bro, what's wrong with you, man? You running around calling grown men daddy? Nobody thought it was wrong. So when you're around him in that circle and you see nobody out here saying, hey, man, hold on, bro, pause. What's going on around here? Nobody checked him. What do you think's going to happen? Shout to B Will with the donation salute. He said, taking some of these clowns are only thinking pardon. That goes to show you they know that he's guilty. Keep up that great work. The truth. Salute to you, brother, with the donation. Shout to the truth for the donation. He says, an aging party boy, it is cute to be acting like this in your 50s, question mark. You're supposed to be passing down knowledge and wisdom to young black men. I used to think that age meant something. Salute to you. Shout out to G Lord, G Love Wallace with the donation. She says, love how you dropping nuggets off to all of us. I'm just keeping it real. You got to look at this. She said in open court, this nigga brainwashed her. I told y'all this. Smash the like button. Share the video. Didn't I say that? I said this before she even said it. You can tell. I told y'all this was like a cult. Where you have all these people saying we're here to serve the kingdom of Diddy Combs. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. They didn't say, hey, I'm going to serve the kingdom of God. They said, I'm going to serve the kingdom of Sean Diddy Combs. Right? Love. Love. Think about it now. Think about everything I'm telling y'all. Right? I want y'all to think about what I'm saying to y'all. Right? And everybody is stupid enough to criticize this chick and say, no, that's not brainwashing. It is. Think about everybody that was afraid to check Diddy on his shit. Why didn't nobody, think about this, why didn't nobody in no high places check Diddy on that crazy shit he was doing? Ask yourselves why. Y'all ain't seen none of these rappers. All these people come out here and check Cassie. They won't check Diddy for none of that questionable shit he was doing. None of them. We'll say, hold on, man. What you doing, bro? You talking about scrambling and scraping with a grown-ass man that's a rapper. Come on, bro. What the hell is wrong? You running around here calling grown men daddy. But they got no problem jumping on Cassie and ganging up and bullying on Cassie because that's an easy target. But when Diddy's out here telling these other grown-ass men, love, scrambling and scraping daddy, and all this other stuff, ain't nobody asking me, hold on, man, what the hell going on? Think about that. Right? Brian Steele says, Mia says, Brian Steele says, what does brainwashing mean? Mia says the highs were really high and the lows were really low. I was punished whenever Puff was violent, making me believe I had done something wrong. He was praised by the public. This is facts. Brian Steele says, you aware of the Me Too movement? No outcry of you. Why? Mia says, he said he was going to tell Cassie what happened. I internalized blame and shame. Brian Steele says, who threatened to tell Cassie about Combs supposedly sexually assaulting you? She said, Puff did. Brian Steele says, why didn't you respond? Great. Let's tell everyone what you did to me. The government says objection. The judge says sustain. Let's move on. Brian Steele says, you said you have moral obligation to speak up. She says, now I do. Brian Steele says, why not in 2017? She said, I was brainwashed. She's hammering that point home. And I believe her. I believe her. You know why I believe her? You know why I believe her? I'll be sure, son. Any nigga that will acknowledge another man over your biological father, nigga. That's all I need to know. Let's keep going. Brian Steele says, when did you first say me too? She says, when I first saw him being held responsible. Now I have therapy. Brian Steele says Diddy wrote, I gotta find that. You got a copy. What does it refer to? She said, I think he means a James Brown video. Brian Steele says the scrapbook. Mia says, I think I have the PDF files. I think I gave it to you for a birthday in your house on Mapleton. I customized that purple leather suit so you could walk not giving an F. If y'all can't find it, I will, but I didn't. Diddy's lawyer says, you had a PDF file? She says, I thought so. Diddy's lawyer says, what did you write here? She says, my grandma went to hospice, so I have to fly out. I have to miss your event here in my hometown. Sesta V, effing crush it and make history. Heart emoji. Love. Brian Steele says, deepest sympathy for your grandmother. Capping ass dude. She talking about some things. Yeah, right. I'd have said, you don't care about my grandmother. You care about that scumbag sitting over there, right? I'd have said that in open court. So Brian Steele says, what is this about? Mia says, there had been some terrible event with the police. Pharrell. And see, this is another thing y'all not talking about. Because of this dumbass Diddy, all these people's names are getting dragged into this situation. Nobody talking about that. Nobody talking about because Diddy's a damn fool that everybody else's name is getting dragged into this shit. Don't make no sense whatsoever. Shout out to Monique Brown, right? With the donation. Salute to Monique Brown. $20 donation. She says, watch the movie Blink Twice. It's about Diddy. I don't know. I haven't seen that movie. I got to watch it, though. A lot of people tell me to watch it. I got to watch it. So, salute to you for the donation to Cash App, though. So, Brian Steele said, what is this about? Mia says, there had been some terrible event with the police. Pharrell organized an event to change the narrative of Beach Week, which I think is a college thing. Brian Steele says, so you wanted to see Diddy? She says, I did not. I only said so. She says, my hometown of Virginia Beach doesn't usually get this type of attention. Brian Steele says, so you're telling the jury you were scared of Diddy, true? She says, true. I was scared of him when he was scary. Brian Steele says, listen to 1750 and tell me if you recognize it. So she says she was scared of Diddy when he was scary. That makes sense. This nigga running around here acting like a fool. You know what I'm saying? But if he calm and cool one day, and this is what the effects of drugs will do to you. They will have you on ups and downs. And guess what? All the people around you are going to suffer when you crash down. When you're up, everybody cool. Oh, yeah, Diddy's having a good day. I can picture it in my mind. Oh, he's having a great day, y'all. Oh, yeah. We're going to have a good day today. As soon as he come down and have a bad day and start snapping and going off, and then he come back, oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to apologize, yo. Like, but I'm trying to tell you, this type of shit happens all the time in relationships in the homes. How many men in here have experienced this type of stuff in your home? When you come home and your woman is on an emotional roller coaster every day, and it's like, damn, bro, I can't mentally deal with this every single day or something, man. It's like an emotional roller coaster. Ladies, how many times have you come into the home and dealt with shit where every day it's a roller coaster dealing with your man? Both sides have seen this before. Both sides, but you don't leave because you really love and care about that person, and you want that love to win overall. You want that love to win, whatever it is that brought y'all together. You want that to win. So you go through all that stress, all that up and down, all that mental, you understand what I'm saying? Bashing that goes on, right? Because you are attached to this person. You don't want to be disattached from this person. You're afraid of being disattached from this person. Some of you women are older and you feel like, damn, if I'm disattached from this person, I ain't trying to go back out here in the open market and try to try to go get another man. I have to go put myself up and put myself out here to go get in search of another man. I ain't trying to go through all that. And some of the dudes, they just give up after this. Like, man, I'm tired of arguing with this chick every day. I ain't marrying no more of these chicks. I'm coming out here. I'm just beating up everything that's around me. And it is what it is. This is the mentality. These are the things that are going on. See, a lot of people don't understand that. That's why a lot of people are single now. Right? Think about what I'm saying. Your name is Mr. Butt Buster. That's your name. Mr. Butt Buster is your name. Just for having a name like that, I'm going to block your stupid ass. I'm not even going to answer your question. I'm just going to block you. That's the type of stuff I'm trying to tell y'all right there. That type of stuff right there that y'all seen right there on the screen, yeah. That's that dude right there, blocked. We ain't even got no. The man's name is Butt Buster. Butt. Listen what I just said. His name is Butt Buster. Right? Butt Buster. Crazy work. Crazy work. Right? Right? Butt Buster. Buster. That's your name. And y'all wonder why I be on these Diddyites. Think about that now. These are the type of people that's coming up and around. These are the type of people, y'all. Think about what I said. Think about what I said, y'all. These are the type of names and trolls that you're getting coming around here on social media. I love it when you scrambling and scraping, daddy. Don't nobody got no problem with that. They'll come out here. Ain't nobody gonna call that out. Think about that. I want y'all to think about that. Why ain't none of these people called that out? Running around here talking about scrambling and scraping. Think about that. Right? So she says my hometown, Virginia Beach, does not get this type of attention. Brian Steele says, you're telling the jury you were scared of Diddy, right? She says, true, I was scared of him when he was scary. Brian Steele says, listen to 1750 and tell me if you recognize it. He says, move to admit 1750 and 1750 are, the judge says to the government, and they say, hey, we object. The proper basis for admission has not been established. The judge says, let's have a sidebar. So they have a sidebar, right? And the judge says that it can be admitted, right? Now, this is her, right? I don't know if it's her or not. So I ain't gonna say that. And so they're gonna have a break. So right now they're on a break. Also, shout out to let me see, G Love Wallace. He says, how do you think the Illuminati is gonna handle the situation about Diddy? I don't know. I don't get into that. I only believe in God, so I don't get into that type of stuff. Shout out to Chocolate Lioness with the donation, right? Salute to you. You says I spat out my food, butt buster. LOL. Take you hilarious. No, he the dude that wrote, not me. He the dude that wrote. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlson in the Cash App with a donation. Carlson coming through with a $50 donation this morning in the Cash App. Salute to you, brother. He says, you right, bro. He says, damn near a cult. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to tell you. See, and I told you, you have to be mentally, physically, and spiritually strong. Right? Mentally, physically, and spiritually strong in this era. You have to be. You have to be. Right? Because if you're not, you're just gonna fall victim to the BS, and that's all it's gonna be. That's why you need your strength. That's why you need your strength. And I'm telling y'all all this. I'm telling y'all all this. Not because I'm trying to be funny, but because it's real. What I'm saying. If you get what I'm putting down. Right? Y'all see what's going on. For y'all who have common sense, which in most cases should be most of us, right? But a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. Shout out to Emily in the Cash App, the donation. Appreciate it. Coming through with a $15 donation. She said, I love your video from last night. Hey, okay, yeah, that's right. And that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get back to that too. We'll get back to that too. And it's funny to me, we're going to talk about the situation with Harvey Weinstein today. Because I read on the news today that Harvey Weinstein, he don't want to get on the stand. If you innocent, Harvey, why not take your ass and get on the stand? Harvey Weinstein do not want to get on the stand on his retrial. Why is that? Shout out to Johnny Ranger on the Cash at $20 donation. He says, salutes, brother. He says, forget where's Waldo, where's Ellen? Man, bro, think about this. These people, all these people scatter like roaches. Anybody you heard supporting Diddy, they scatter like roaches. They ain't even to never be heard of ever again. Think about what I said to y'all. Right? Shout out to the girl Celicia in the Cash App with a donation. I appreciate you once again. I don't see you send about 4 or 5 different donations. So salute to you, my sister. And she says, hope you're having a great day. Ticket. Salute to you. I appreciate it. I am. You know, I am. But this is what happens, man. This is what happens. Yeah, y'all smash the like button and share the video as y'all come on in here, too. Smash the like button and share the video, man. Do y'all see it? Do y'all see it? Right? Look into the eyes. Look into the eyes. Man, bro. Look into the eyes. I always, whenever we talk about these type of cats, I always just look. Just look. See? but it's love. Right? Remember what I'm saying to you. Right? Remember what I'm saying to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Let's take a shot for that boy. Mr. Lee,
Yeah, I love this drink.
where you put my
I
bag
like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
You know, I've been practicing. I got Mr. Lee,
Yeah, I love this drink.
where you put my
I
bag
like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
No. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go with that one.
Make a
That
wish. Blow it out. It's your birthday every day.
Every day's your birthday on Drink Champs, goddammit. I'm in. Where I
Did you
look
miss
back on
me?
where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
I
with
miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puffs, man.
But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying? Eyes, brother.
Oh, man.
Eyes. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So check this out. It's me, Tyrese, Ray J, and F. Gary Gray. You know, I'm a type of nigga, I like variety, man. I like people that's unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? I like different.
Now, remember when Tyrese went off? He said Tyrese's name, but Tyrese went off, right? About people saying that he was down with the fruity stuff, right? Remember when Tyrese, he went crazy. Now, because Diddy had said his name, and people were saying, oh, this how you getting down, Tyrese? And Tyrese was heated. Now, you guys remember Tyrese? What Tyrese said?
Ain't never been gay. I'm not gay. Ain't never been gay. I'm not a part of a secret gay or a public gay. What y'all not gonna do is y'all not gonna put no devil on me. Listen to me. The Lord Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. You understand that? Ain't no devil worshiping over here. Ain't no gay. Ain't no download. Ain't no secret society. Ain't no Illuminati. I cast demonic spirits away from me every day. I walk strongly with my beliefs. Hello? Can y'all hear me? TikTok. Whoever putting all the little scary music behind the videos, Tyrese is sacrificing his friends. Sacrificing who? And if I'm sacrificing my friends, since y'all out here creating your little fancy videos, why my bank account ain't changed? Where's the private plane? Where's the life? Where's the lifestyle? That ain't no dress. That's called it's called a condona. That's what you wear in the Middle East. It's not a dress. There is no sacrifice. There is no what do you call that? There is no ritual.
Tyrese was going in, right? A lot of people were trolling Tyrese and, disrespecting Tyrese, saying all these, salacious things about Tyrese. But Tyrese, he was going in on this whole situation, is what Tyrese was doing. Tyrese, he basically, was rejecting these things. And people started saying this stuff after had said his name. People had started saying this stuff.
Do this again. Hear me out, on this beautiful Monday, I, Tyrese Gibson, am a firm
Yeah, y'all see this, right? Listen to what he said now.
believer, follower, and worshiper of the Lord Jesus Christ. Let me tell you again. Find somebody else in the business or the industry who talks about the Lord Jesus Christ as openly and publicly as I do. Even when I was out of my mind on those psych meds from way back when, I went back to my Instagram and my timeline, and I was like, man, that is so crazy. In my regular state of mind, before I had those psych meds with the really bad adverse effects, in my regular heart, my regular mind state, all I do is talk about my love for the Lord Jesus Christ. Even when I was out of my mind, all I was doing was posting Bible verses and professing my love for the Lord Jesus Christ. Find anybody else in the business or the industry. I'm proud of Justin Bieber. I'm proud of all of the different celebrities and entertainers, from athletes to rappers and singers. They don't just get on stage when they won awards and say, thank God. They do this for real. You guys need to understand there are people out here that are involved in a bunch of dark things, and they're not just celebrities. There's way more regular people into this dark demonic shit over celebrities. Y'all are just caught up in celebrities. I have never and will never be a part of anything dark or demonic or any type of secret world or secret society or Illuminati or whatever the he's saying or talking about. But someone made me aware of something. As much as I'd like to sit back and go, oh man, that's not true, let me leave it alone. Let me go ahead and say what I say. I'm not gay, ain't never been gay. I'm not a part of a secret gay or a public gay. And yet everybody that's a part of the LGBTQ community, because I know plenty of them, I tell people all the time, how can you be mad at somebody who's actually doing what makes them happy? Live your life. That's not who I chose to be with, and that's not who I chose to love. Live your life and do what makes you happy. That's what I'm on. I don't have a racist bone in my body. I just came from Tokyo, Japan. I'm consumed around white people every day. Everything about my life is passionate. Don't get it confused. I'm passionate about my people. Black and brown culture is what I live every single day. I grew up. What I live every single day. Predominantly love my people. This ain't black power or diminishing white power. This is me saying black power, brown pride, black pride. That's who I am. That's what I represent. Don't twist my words. Don't twist my words. Don't twist who I am. Now, let me address one last thing. There's something going around on TikTok. Because of my belief and my love for the Lord Jesus Christ, I believe and worship and live my life every single day. I'm not on a mission to get close to no goofy ass celebrities. I'm not on a mission to get close to no people. As a matter of fact, I can tell y'all this. People have let me down over and over and over again, and I'm wondering, are there any genuine people left in this world? No.
Man, that's crazy. And so he going in. He going in. You understand what I'm saying? I want y'all to hear this. He going in, y'all. In.
And malicious and evil and vile and sneaky intentions. Are there any people left that are me? You might not like me sometimes. You might not like how vulnerable and outspoken where I speak up and speak out about things that's happening and it matters. You may say, man, I would never be putting all my business out there. That's cool. If you're private and confidential, while you going through life and shit is stressing you out and you know how to keep it to yourself and forge ahead, don't judge the people that speak up and speak out. You might love Jesus secretly. Don't be mad at me because I'm posting about Jesus every day and talking about God and my relationship with God in every interview that I do. Don't be mad at me. I love God, not just privately, but very publicly. Is there a problem? What y'all not gonna do is y'all not gonna put no devil on me. Listen to me. Lord Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. You understand that? Ain't no devil worshiping over here. Ain't no gay. Ain't no download. Ain't no secret society. Ain't no Illuminati. I cast demonic spirits away from me every day. I walk strongly with my beliefs. Y'all understand that? You can't talk to people who ain't never used their passport about what happens in other countries. Grown men in Africa, grown men throughout the Middle East wear condoras, and then they switch up the name from country to country. Goofy ass people. I'm on a red carpet wearing a red condora with my suit on top of it. That's what they wear. They're locally in Egypt. Not everybody. That's what they wear there. The majority. And I'm in Dubai. I love wearing my condoras. What am I doing? That's a ritual. What am I sacrificing? Who am I sacrificing? And if you're gonna sacrifice somebody, what do I get out of it?
Man, so wow, bro. This is all the stuff that's going on, man. You guys are getting to see it up close and personal, man. You guys are getting a chance to see it all. As this is one of those situations that, again, man, crazy work going on, you guys. Crazy, crazy work, man. And let me, wow, it's just a lot to take in, man. A lot to take in.
What in the test that we did?
Hold on, a lot to take in, you guys. All right, so let's get back into this situation, right? So the government says, until now, have been objecting to the exhibits and turning over private correspondence of his witness. We have now sat through hours of a humiliating cross. Brian Steele has insulted this witness, saying things like "God forbid" after things she said. The government says, one by one, Your Honor, let the exhibit end. But now, cumulatively, we have reached harassment. Given the tone, we do not think continuing this is appropriate. She has carried herself with grace. This is adding a trauma. Eyes are on this trial. The government says other victims in other trials will become aware of this. The judge says, I have not seen yelling. My understanding is that his God forbid is an apology, not an attempt to intimidate. But the argumentative questions, is Mr. Steele here? You're repeating yourself. If I feel like you're asking questions just to ask them, I'm going to tell you to move on. Understood? Brian Steele says, I understand. The judge says, I don't see improper treatment here, Mrs. Comedy, but I will continue to watch. Brian Steele says, photograph 17991 through 25. And I think the judge is being fair. Totally fair. Right? So you can't say, hey, man, the judge is leaning one way. The judge is being totally fair. The judge is saying, look, I'm going to keep my eyes on it, but I don't see. And listen, to me, Diddy's lawyers have a right to defend. They have a right to defend him. You know what I'm saying? But Mia, she need to stand her ground and whatever she believe in. So the judge says, can I see him? The government says, we don't have stamped versions of these. The judge says, do you have the photos? The government says, yes, but we don't know which ones you're referring to. The judge says, Mr. Steele, why don't they have stamped copies of these? Brian Steele says, oh, Judge, I only saw them this morning. Man, these dudes be lying as hell, man. I'm telling y'all this, bro. Brian Steele be lying like hell, man. Talking about, I only see him this morning. Boy, this is crazy as hell, man. Crazy as hell, man. The judge is very fair, and I give the judge a lot of credit. Very fair judge. Hold on one second, y'all. So yeah, man, it's getting real, bro. It's definitely getting real, man. So Brian Steele said, "I only saw this morning, Judge." Boy, that boy Brian Steele something else, man. Brian Steele, man, bro. He is Brian Steele something else, bro. Brian Steele said, "Hey, Judge, but I only saw it this morning, man." Boy, that dude right there, bro. Man. Mr. Brian Steele. Good God. Hey, Judge. Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, I only saw it this morning, man. You got to give me a pass, man. I only saw it this morning, guy. Give me a pass, man. I'm Brian Steele. I'm the man of steel. I'm the man of steel they call Brian. Yeah, that's right. They call me Brian, Judge. That's what they call me. Now, what do you call me? So, yeah, y'all going to have to let me know how y'all feel about this. To me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, listen, I don't have a problem with the cross-examination. If you want to grill a witness, if she's telling the truth, her truth gonna overshadow anything he can say. Now that's facts, you know, and that's where we're gonna get to this real talk, you know. People got to understand that. Oh my God. Y'all smash a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hold on, man. What the hell? Hold on one second, you guys. Let me see. Hold on one second, you guys. Let me see something. They ain't got no. I don't think they got no passion fruit. So it is what it is. I wanted some of that passion fruit, but it is what it is. Hold on. What? There you go. All right, we straight. We straight now, y'all. I had to check something, man. All right, so now Brian Steele says, "Oh, we only saw it this morning, Judge." The judge says, "Man, just show them one by one. Next, next, Mr. Steele, what is the relevance?" Brian Steele says, "Impeachment. She said she had no time for herself to tell others. These images show Mia with friends and family over these years." The judge says, "Why would baby showers have relevance? Why not just ask questions about this? Why show these?" Brian Steele says, "Because I like to do the impeachment that way." The judge says, "Absence of any other further showing, they're excluded." Steele says, "Can we admit them for the record?" The judge says, "No, man." The judge shut down Brian Steele, man. Like, "Oh, can we admit them for the record?" The judge says, "No." Brian Steele is just trying to do anything, you understand what I'm saying, he can do to show Diddy, "Hey, man, I'm going all out for you, man. Still going to lose, Brian. You know what I mean? You're going to take this L, Brian. You know? You're going to take this L." Right? So he says, "Oh, well, she got pictures with her family, bro. She got a day off." I mean, obviously she could be with her family. She has a day off, bro. You know what I mean? But here's the thing about Brian Steele. How you gonna? You're trying to talk about her saying, "Oh, she never had no free time." What about all the other people who said the same thing, buddy? What about all the other people, buddy? See, that's what I would have asked Brian Steele. Brian Steele, you're talking about her. What about the 5 or 6 other people that came in and said the same thing? They said that they were working 20-hour shifts. You know, those other people that you couldn't cross-examine, sir. What about all those other people that said the same story she said, that they were basically working slave hours? What about that? What you want to talk about some, she said, "Oh, you said you didn't have time for anything else." What about all the other people who said the same thing? White people that look just like you that work for Diddy, sir. So are they all lying too? If you go pull up any photos they had of their family, would they be lying too? Oh, man, bro. That's what it's going to be, y'all. It's going to be the numbers game. It's going to be so many people that come out saying the same thing. It's going to be hard for Brian Steele just trying to say, "Hey, man, I did this one person. I debunked this one person." Not going to work. Not going to work. Not going to work at all. Not going to work at all. So Brian Steele can go ahead with that. It's not going to work. Brian Steele easy work for a cat like me. He dudes praise dudes like Brian Steele. I don't praise Brian Steele. I see right through him. The great Brian Steele. What is he great at? Well, what has he done that's great? Make it make sense. What has he done? Right? Talking about they got her. How did you get her? Make it make sense. Talking about you saved her. What do you mean? Saved her. How did the judge save her? Everybody's calling this girl a liar. How is she a liar? With what she said. How is she a liar by saying the same thing that many of these other people are saying? They're going to keep coming to say. Because y'all already know what the government's going to do. They're going to have somebody else that comes in and verifies what Mia said, who was there too, and has shit going against them too. This is where all this people in the public get twisted. It's like a roller coaster ride. Just when you think they got them, the government come with somebody else after them to corroborate that story. So when people say, "Oh, they're lying," somebody else come out to, then what they gonna say if one of these people like Christina Corum? See, that's when I'm gonna laugh my ass off. When they call all these people liars, but Diddy's number one, Christina Corum, she comes to the stand and says that all these people were telling the truth, and everybody that was getting demonized, game over. Then Diddy's lawyers, they're gonna have to try and turn on Christina Corum. And who knows, who we all know Christina Corum was, she was serving Puff to whatever, however he wanted it. Right? So if she comes out and says it, what are the security guards who were there? All these other people come out and say, "Hey, man, what they're saying is true, bro." And all these other people who demonize these girls, hell, they're lying, they're capping. Sorry. The government has set this. If you watch their pattern, The government has allowed people to come in and say they're lying, and then what they do is they come with somebody over them that says, hey, man, no, they're telling the truth. I witnessed this. And they get ethered. Period. Ethered. So just know this is going to happen. I'm telling y'all what's going to happen. It's going to be somebody bigger than that comes in that's over that. Watch. Watch what I tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a fact. And she didn't volunteer to go in there. She was forced to go in there under subpoena. That's the thing people forgetting about. Why would she just come in lying when it wasn't like she volunteered to come in there and bury Diddy? She wasn't going to say nothing at all. She was going to let this shit ride. Right? That's why y'all got all them celebrities ducking smoke. And it's funny how everybody's calling these people liars. I can't wait till it's Diddy's turn to put on the defense, and then they get to cross-examine Diddy's witnesses. I'm going to laugh my ass off. Because you already know the government's going to have every single thing that they did bad. Everything. Everything. I'm telling y'all this. Everybody's talking about, now let's see if they talk about how the government chop up Diddy's witnesses. See if they talk about that. Right? So the person who says, oh, this is no puffer before, yeah, he'll be free to run around prison. Yeah, you're right. He'll be free to run around them prison walls because that's the only thing he's going to be running around. Right? Right? Y'all know what's up. Diddy scumbag. Right? Scumbag. All you have to do is go look up things like mind control. You know what I'm saying? Mind control. Right? So I shower you with things, treat you so great, show you the world, and then beat up on your ass. And then when you start crying, I come back and tell you, hey, baby, no, you know I love you. You ain't right, man. You was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Shower you with gifts, build up your morale again, then beat you again. And it's an ongoing cycle. And you feel like you can't leave because, oh, they really love me. He just got mad. He was drinking a lot, or he was using or something like that. Always has to be an excuse. I'm trying to tell y'all this. Y'all got to understand where I'm coming from and what I'm saying. Right? So I don't think a lot of people really understand the, the realness of what I'm saying. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me all right, so Brian Steele says we want them in if there's an appeal. So Brian Steele's talking about an appeal, y'all. They already know they're gonna lose. They're talking about an appeal already in court. They know they're gonna lose. Talking about we want them in if there's an appeal. Bro, if there's an appeal, it's not gonna matter. They got more charges they're gonna hit Diddy with. Y'all think y'all think that this is all they came with against Diddy? You think the government is that stupid to come with everything on the first hand? No. They got way more stuff. They're gonna hit this nigga with something different. I promise y'all this. Even after they finish with this, he might still get hit with different things. After he gets convicted for this, watch. It's gonna be so much that you're gonna be looking at all these different things. So now y'all see what's going on, right? Right? So look at this right here, right? So it just says, like he said, we want them in if there's an appeal. The government says, we'll put them in a case file. That's how we'll handle it. Steele says, I asked Mia, you still have friends? And she said, I don't see them. I did not have external sounding board, she says. There was no time. The judge says the problem is putting in the post. They are not relative and they are cumulative. You already spent a lot of time to the scrapbook. Please bring Mia back in. All rise. Brian Steele says, you and Cassie Ventura were best friends, fair? She says, yes. She says, yes. Brian Steele says, you said she was your sister, question mark? Mia says, yes. You loved her? Mia says, absolutely. Brian Steele says, and you feel the same way today? She said, yes. Brian Steele says, you would never lie to her? She says, Puff didn't allow me to tell her things, like where he was, anything he said. Right? They already know they're going to lose. Brian Steele in the court talking about an appeal, bro. I already told y'all this. That nigga said that he already know they going home. Y'all sitting over here talking about, Diddy gonna get free? Brian Steele in court talking about an appeal. He in court talking about an appeal. Crazy. Oh, man, we want him in, man. I mean, because if he decides to have an appeal, what you mean? Yeah, they already know it's enough evidence. The only thing Brian Steele and them trying to do is try to get stuff in there so if, they can get an appeal. They can say, hey, look, man, see, we got enough to get an appeal and have another trial. Bro, these dudes ain't doing nothing but milking Diddy for his money, man. I try to tell y'all this. I've been trying to tell everybody this. And what's that going to do? Get them more money. That's it. Get them more Diddy's money. And by that time, Diddy ain't going to really have no money because the feds would have seized everything. Don't y'all know the feds are going to seize everything after this case? Everything. His kids going to probably go get 9 to 5s. They're going to learn about the real world, right? They definitely going to learn about the real world. Right? Hold on, y'all. I'm telling y'all this. They in open court talking about an appeal right now. They finna run Diddy out the building. Right? So, Brian Steele says, was Cassie in love with Diddy? She said, I thought so. Brian Steele says, did you ever tell her the person she loved R-worded you? She said, no. Brian Steele says, do you remember telling her that Diddy's brain need to be rewired? The government says, can we have a sidebar? Judge says, we may. These fools have another sidebar, man. This is crazy, bro. Oh, man, bro. Oh, man, bro. You guys got to understand this, man. Right? This is one thing y'all got to understand, bro. Let me explain this to y'all. Ladies, you know how many people? I'm going to ask. Some people keep secrets they don't even tell their best friends. I'm telling you. Some people keep secrets they don't even tell their best friends. So, as Mr. Brian Steele, have you told your best friends all your secrets? Your best friend knows every secret about you. I guarantee you, there's some things that some people, even the best of friends, don't know about each other. Fool, it's a lot of things you wouldn't even tell your mom, your dad, or your brother or sister. Like I said, you have people that are best friends. They ain't gonna tell everybody everything just because you best friends. Don't make no sense whatsoever. Oh, we best friends, so I'm gonna tell you everything. That's crazy as hell. It's people that have been family members that have kept stuff from each other. Salute to Damon in the Cash App with the donation. Coming through, $50 donation. Salute to you, brother. He said, love the channel. Ticket. Salute. I appreciate it, dog. Salute to you. Appreciate that. All right. So again, ladies, how many of y'all in here have things that you ain't never even told your best friend? Tell me in the comment section. How many ladies in here have things that they've never told their best friend? Let me know in the comment section. Do you have things that you've never told your best friend? I need you to know in the comment section, ladies. That I would like to know. Yeah. So what is Brian Steele trying to say? Oh, well, Cassie was your best friend, but you wouldn't tell her this? Man, some people feel like, hey, man, listen. Let me say this to y'all. I'm going to tell y'all something that's real, right? Some people think you hating when you tell them the truth. So let's say Cassie saw Diddy as a man who she really loved, right? So maybe somebody else could not tell Cassie something about Diddy. Case in point, the white girl said that she lost her relationship with Cassie for over 18 years, I believe. She lost her relationship with Cassie. I forget the girl's name. She said because when Diddy beat her, that Cassie took Diddy's side. Think about that now. Think about that. She said when Diddy beat her, Cassie took Diddy's side. So she said that she never talked with Cassie again. Since 2018, she ain't dealt with Cassie since. She said Cassie changed. She took Diddy's side. Now listen to what I'm about to tell y'all. Sometimes, and everybody don't understand, this is why I'm surgical with this thing. Psychology, nigga. Sometimes a person will not tell another person that are friends. Let me tell y'all this, right? Let's say Diddy did something to this girl, right? Mia girl. Sometimes she wouldn't tell her best friend because if she know her best friend love Diddy, she may think you hating. Oh, you trying to ruin my relationship. You hate. So let me give you an example. So if a dude was to tell another dude, hey man, your girl's a hoe, man. He loved his girl, right? He may think, man, this nigga hating, man. This nigga trying to talk, she hating. So instead of you going down that path and telling him, man, I ain't even finna tell him because he gonna think I'm hating if I come tell him his girl's a hoe. Because he really love this girl, but he don't want to know the truth about her, that she out here sleeping with 4 or 5 other niggas. So I ain't even finna bring that to his front door. Because if I tell him, he gonna look at me like I'm hating, like I'm trying to bring division in his relationship. Just keep it quiet. This happens a lot. It happens a lot. So she could have seen it as if she goes and tells this girl, hey, Diddy did this to me. She might not even want to hear nothing she got to say no more. It might destroy their relationship because she might say and take Diddy's side. Because now you don't put it in a situation where you got to choose me or choose Diddy. Roger Bond said this in his interview. He had to stop telling stuff to Cassie because Cassie would just turn right back around after Diddy was beating the brakes off her and go back to tell Diddy everything. Game over. It's easy work. That's ether. Shout out to Alexis Fowler with the Cash App donation. She says, I love it when you say Janet Jackass. Much love. Yeah, that's some of these people need it. But this is why they don't understand psychology. And that's the crazy part about this world. They ignore that aspect of the mind control and things like this, stuff that does go on. Can't ignore that. Can't ignore that. Not working on my watch. Not on my watch. So, right? Brian Steele says, well, why would you cover up for Diddy to Cassie? Why writing that Diddy is just misunderstood? The government says, objection. The judge says, rephrase the question. Brian Steele says, did you tell Cassie she needs to stay with Diddy? She says, I don't remember that. Oh, man, bro. All Brian wants to do is try and make this woman look like she's, oh, well, you really like, he's not going to get, because see, look, if you bring a psychiatrist up there or a psychologist up there, I'm telling you right now, tear his ass. That's why they want that woman's testimony. The doctor who came in there, thrown out. Thrown out. Right? So all these people basically committed themselves to showing love to Diddy. That's what they did. They basically committed themselves to Diddy. Didn't even want to testify against the man. You know what I'm saying? Because they felt like, man, Diddy made me tap in like, yeah, I worked all them hours. I ain't even think I had that in me. How do I know to an extent? Because when you play professional basketball, when you work out with certain people and you see how certain people get to greatness, they push themselves to limits that they didn't even think they could ever get to. And a lot of the stuff is mental. Pushing yourself through. You don't think you can finish, but you can do more than what you think. This is in real life. So some people, they feel like, damn, even though Diddy fucked up, he beat me up, he did all this stupid shit, he was doing all this crazy bad shit. Damn, he did help me see that I could do things I didn't think I could do. I didn't think I could work 3 or 4 straight days without no sleep. I didn't think I could go this hard and push this much to achieve a level of, you know what I'm saying, of work that I didn't even think I could do. You guys got to understand all these things that come into play, come into effect, man. It's real, bro. It's real. Hey, salute to Charles in the Cash App with the donation, man. He said ticket breaking this thing down big time. Hey, bro, listen, I'm just telling the truth, man. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that every single woman is telling the truth. But when you have a pattern of people that are saying the same thing, both male and female, about this guy, bro, what else we talking about? What else are we talking about? Right? What else are we talking about? Think about it. Y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in here. Share and subscribe. Right? Because we definitely getting into this Brian Steele stuff. And this is what Brian Steele was brought in to do. Be an absolute pit bull. And he's not even getting to a point. I mean, Brian Steele is not getting to any point. That's the thing. He's not getting to any, like, there ain't no point Brian Steele is getting to. So that's what's making this thing even worse. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing nothing but wasting people's time. Man. And then you're expecting her to say stuff on the phone that Diddy's constantly checking. Brian Steele this dude is a clown. Straight, he's the clown, bro. You're asking her about stuff on the phone that Diddy was checking all the time. She ain't writing nothing incriminating on that phone, brother. She's not. So Mia says he could find out what I was telling her. That's a fact. And dumbass Brian Steele gonna say, well, how? Mia said he stole my phone and Cassie's phone many times. Dummy. He's put tracking devices on her car. Brian Steele says, but you were alone with Cassie. She said, yeah. Brian Steele says, you sued Diddy for $10 million? Bro, I swear, Brian Steele, these people are jackasses, bro. He's a jackass, bro. Brian Steele is a jackass. I'm telling y'all this. Jackass. You sued Diddy for $10 million? Mia told Brian Steele, bro, Diddy could find out what I was telling Cassie. I had to watch what I said. Brian Steele says, but how? What you mean how? She said he stole my phone and Cassie's phone many times, man. He put tracking devices on her car. Brian Steele says, but you were alone with Cassie Ventura? She said, yeah. What is that supposed to mean, though? Lord have mercy, man. Now he's trying to get her to say, oh, you did this for money. How did she do it for money? And she didn't even ask to be at this trial. She was subpoenaed, man. Lord have mercy, bro. Oh, my God, bro. This man wasting everybody's time for nothing, bro. They already know they got nothing. That's why he's sitting up there talking about an appeal, bro. That's why he's sitting up there talking about an appeal, bro. I'm telling y'all. Brian Steele talked about old judge. We need an end for the appeal. For the appeal, I thought y'all said he innocent. Oh, my God. They know this nigga gonna get found guilty. They already know he gonna get found guilty. They know this. They know this. They know he's gonna get found guilty. They already know. It's these buffoons that's running around here that think he's gonna get found innocent. They know. His ass is toast. You go ahead and pack it up for Sean Diddy Combs. They all know it. They all know it. He's out of here. He gonna ask that girl, how can Diddy find out what she was? What you mean how? The nigga was out here taking girls' phones, beating the hell out of people, putting tracking devices on people, having his security follow people allegedly. What you mean, Brian Steele? How could he know? Man, I swear to God, man. Nigga knock that damn toupee off your head right there in the courtroom, nigga. Mia says it was a mediation. My lawyers ended up getting $200,000. Brian Steele says, you got $200,000? She said, yeah. Brian Steele says, please look at the screen. Is that your social media account? She says, looks like a text message. It sounds like me. He says, your text to Diddy. Bro, this dude is a jackass, bro. He's a jackass. Straight up. Brian Steele is out of his damn mind. This man literally was taking these girls, beating this girl up, taking her phone, Taking this stuff, you gonna talk about some how would he know? What you mean how he would know? Bro, you had the gay stylist jumping on Diddy's back to stop him from beating the holy hell out of Cassie, man. The gay stylist jumped on Diddy's back, bro. Come on, man. And you gonna ask, well, how would he? Bro, they're destroying themselves, bro. The only thing Brian wants to do is put some stuff in so when they have an appeal. Because they're gonna try to fight to get an appeal later on down. I'm telling y'all this. I'm telling y'all. They know Trump ain't gonna help them. They know this. That's why he ain't even talking about a pardon. And it's gonna be hard. And y'all gonna see how much of a fraud Diddy is if he come out begging Trump for a pardon after what he said about Trump. Diddy said Trump needed to be eradicated. That's exactly what he said. We ain't gonna get around that. He said that Trump needed to be eradicated. See? I'm telling y'all what it is. Now what he gonna do getting back on his knees? Y'all gonna call him a sellout? A buck dancer? He get on his knees and beg Trump for a pardon? Get out of here. Y'all crazy as hell. It would have been different if Diddy would have been out here praising Trump. Then Trump would have probably would have released his ass. Oh yeah, the guy, he likes me. Very good guy. Very good guy. That's what Trump would have said. But you was out there talking shit about Trump. Trump gonna do you dirty. Trump gonna come out and say, yeah, I'm gonna look at the facts. The facts are that you're a piece of shit. Yeah, you're staying in prison. Yeah, I saw the videotape. Yeah. What you did right there, sir? Yeah. We'll have to keep you locked down. Right? Yeah. So Mia says, I don't remember sending this. Brian Steele says you are in a tutu, and Diddy appears to be holding his private parts. In Cassie's lawsuit, she alleged sexual abuse. Mia said yes. He says, why are you still communicating with Diddy? The government said objection. She said sustain. Bro, these people's crazy as hell, man. The judge is tired of Brian Steele, bro. They're done. The judge is tired of Brian Steele, bro. The Diddy's I told y'all the judge gonna get his motherfucker life. Y'all think I was playing? He's gonna get the judge hates Diddy and his whole team. He sees through all their bullshit, bro. They're gonna give him life in prison because see, the judge is not stupid. The judge knows that this girl is only up there because they subpoenaed her. She had no reason to lie. She's only up there. That's the thing people don't understand about Cassie and any of these people. The only reason why they were up there is because they had to be up there. They were going to be charged with Diddy. So and Diddy, everybody talking about some, hey man, it's not fair that they were able to get a deal and Diddy got to go to prison. Diddy's the only goddamn fool that didn't take the deal. They offered him a plea deal. He rejected it. What do you think? All these other people are going to risk their entire lives, these 9 to 5 people, because they were stupid enough to do dumb shit for Diddy that ended up being a RICO? No. Think these people gonna give up their families? You got all these white folks. It's like I've seen about 7 white folks up here so far. You think all them white folks gonna give up? Man, you crazy as hell. Diddy's the biggest dummy in America. You got white folks doing your dirt. They not finna sit up here and hold the line for you, brother. You're out of here, sucker. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Trump will not pardon him. I got any amount of money Trump don't pardon that dude. Any amount of money he don't pardon that dude. You want bet? I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me get this dog some water. Hold on. What y'all in here? What y'all capping about today? Huh? What y'all in here capping about today? There's cap a lot of records around here. Oh, it's cap a lot of records around here today. What y'all capping about today? Let me know. Got a movie thing, all kind of stuff. What y'all read? Let it out, man. It's cap a lot around here. Oh, come back. Sit down. Sit down, girl. Come back. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Come right on. Cap a lot of records going on. Cut it out, girl. Cut it out. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. What y'all on? Hold on, man. I got y'all. I told y'all chill, man. Chill. You gotta chill. I got you. Mix tuna fish with the squid over the bread. Right? Nah, I want nah, I'm gonna get some today. I'm gonna get some let me see, hold on. Hold on. I want some salmon today. I want salmon, mashed potatoes, gravy, all that other good shit, right? All this shit out of this thing, crazy. Yeah, I need some grits, right? Yeah. Yeah, hold on, come. I got it, hold on. Yeah, some salmon, some mashed potatoes, and some steamed vegetables. Hey, come through that door. I'm sorry I had to call you up today. Hey, we had it was a party yesterday, so we had to come clean up. It's dirty. Hey. I know you mad too. You ain't even want to come work today. Hey. Oh man. Hey, look. I know you thought you had off today. It's dirty. I already know I had to call you. It's dirty as hell in that kitchen. Man, it was crash out this weekend. It's dirty as hell in that kitchen. I had to call you to come clean that up today. I'm sorry. I knew today was supposed to be a day off. You got tomorrow off. You got tomorrow and Wednesday off. You come back on Thursday. I apologize. I had to call you. It's dirty as hell. Let me open this door. Oh, shucks. My bad. Hey. It's dirty as hell here. I know. I told you I had a lot of people over here. I said, ain't no way. I wasn't gonna let it be like that today. No dice. You had to come today. I'm on live, so I gotta go back to my show. Hold on. These motherfuckers don't have no respect around here. Motherfuckers gonna open up the box of Lucky Charms like a pit bull open the box and just left the box wide open. How you gonna open up the box of Lucky Charms and you open up the box of Captain Jack and just leave it all over the place? No respect whatsoever. I'm talking about open that thing like an animal, rip the whole box open. Hey, Poloni. Hey, this stuff out here on the table. And in that room too. There's some more stuff. They ate the shit and stuff. Oh, no. Hey, that's stuff in the refrigerator. No. You don't look. You got it dirt in the bottom. No. Yeah. Out what? Yeah. That stuff outside. Come on. In here. No. No soccer. So that's out what. Yeah. That's all right. Thank you. I gotta hop back on live. Yeah, don't put this shit up. My bad. I'm going back in the room. I gotta finish up this live. I'm going back in this room, all right? All right, you guys, my bad. We back. So, before we left off, let me see. What was I at? Damn, hold on, y'all. What was I at? Okay, yeah. So she said she don't remember seeing those, right? And the judge is tired of these people, right? So Diddy's lawyer says, did you meet these prosecutors in January of 2024? She said, I may have. I don't remember the timing. Brian Steele says, did you tell them that Diddy sexually assaulted you? She said, I don't remember when I told them. Brian Steele says, did you get a lawyer? She said, yeah, I did. Brian Steele says, the lawyer, who had 45 days earlier obtained an enormous judgment. The government says, objection. The judge says, sustained. Brian Steele says, why did you hire her? The government said, objection. The judge said, abstain, sustain. Let's move on, Brian Steele. Brian Steele says, you only first alleged sexual assault in June of 2024. Mia says, I don't remember the timing of things. The rest I can't go into. I understand it's privilege. The government said, objection. The judge said, sustain. Brian Steele, bring your ass over here. They got a sidebar. Brian Steele is a damn fool, man. and he is losing his case for Diddy. Period. Brian Steele is getting his ass. He is going to absolutely destroy this case for Diddy because the judge is tired of him. The jury is watching this, and they're saying, "Oh, this guy's a jerk." I'm telling y'all this. Nah, Trump ain't getting involved in that Diddy shit. Diddy told my shit about Trump. I'm telling y'all this. Trump is not getting involved in that because what's going to happen is that people are going to call it abuse of power when it gets to a certain point where you keep doing that. I'm telling y'all what they're going to do. And what it's going to do is make it hard for Trump to get anything he wants to get done because people are going to block everything he does. And I told you guys already, the feds ain't finished with Diddy. They got more shit on Diddy they ain't even put out. They said it in the pre-trial paperwork. But I know y'all don't read the pre-trial paperwork. So that's what we got going on right there. Right? The pre-trial paperwork. Right? So that's why the judge called a sidebar. He's like, look, man, we're gonna talk this over right now. Somebody said, anyone gonna open up the Lucky Charm? Yeah, man, it's crazy, ain't it? Bro, I woke up, how you got 2 boxes of cereal open? Different cereals. For one person. Because only one person could have opened it this morning. Because ain't nobody else going up in there. This is what happens when you got 5 or 6 people over the crib over the weekend. You gonna open up 2 boxes of cereal. And I'm talking about, don't y'all hate it the worst when people open up the box of cereal like an animal? I'm talking about, y'all know how you open up the box. You can open it up respectfully. You know how you open up the box to where you can close it again. Bro, how about I ain't even gonna put the person on blast who did it, even though I know who did it. How you gonna open up the bag, rip the bag all the way open, got cereal going down in the box? Then the part where you can close the cardboard part, they don't rip that part all the way to shreds. You can't even close the box no more. And then left it on the counter. Hold on, y'all. Hey! Hey, Baloney! Hey, Baloney! Baloney! Hey, come here. Yeah, put all that stuff in the refrigerator. I'm just gonna get some salad and some mashed potatoes and steamed vegetables. That's all I'm really doing. All right, cool. My bad, y'all. My bad. So Mia says, I don't remember the timing of things. The rest I can't go into. I understand it's privilege. And the judge, he called for a sidebar on this chump, man. So they came back out the sidebar, and Brian Steele said, let's talk about Prince's party. You said you had no permission to go there, but you knew many people who knew Diddy would be there. The judge says, rephrase the question. Brian Steele says, did you wear a disguise? She says, no. Brian Steele says, any photo of a chase? She says, no. Bro, man, this dude right here, man. Brian Steele got everybody upset, bro. He got everybody upset. Brian Steele have everyone upset, bro. Everyone. Everyone. How he got everybody upset? Somebody said, do I got a honeycomb? Y'all been here arguing about cereal, man. Y'all crazy as hell, man. Hey, somebody said I got a honeycomb. You already know I be getting a honeycomb. I got the honeycomb. This is what I got right now. I'm going to tell y'all what I got. I got the honeycomb. I got Captain Crunch with the berries. I got the Lucky Charms. I got the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And I got 2 boxes of Apple Jacks. And I forgot, today I got to go get the Rice Krispies. And I got to go get some Raisin Bran. That's what I be eating. You know what I'm saying? That's the cereals that, you know what I'm saying, I be liking. Straight like that. You know what I mean? That's what it be. Oh, and sometimes I be getting the frosted cornflakes. And I be getting Cheerios sometimes. I don't get the honey nut ones. I just get the regular ones. I like the regular ones more. What I do is I get the regular Cheerios, put some milk in it, put a little bit of sugar on top, and then I'll cut up some strawberries and have them cut up some strawberries, put some strawberries in it. Boom, straight. Cereal just like that. Boom. No question about it. And then I'll be on my way. You dig? That's how I be with it. That's for all y'all who want to know. Right? Straight up. So Brian Steele said, you said that you and Cassie got on a paddleboard into a storm. Mia says, yep. Brian Steele says, any recording of that? She says, nope. Brian Steele says, any note or text message to prove it happened? Mia says, I don't think so. We were on a paddleboard, man. Brian Steele said, did you make it up? She says, no. Brian Steele's a joke, bro. Bro, he hopes that the jury is stupid. I'm telling y'all this, bro. This dude hope the jury is stuck on stupid, man. Something really wrong with this cat, bro. This dude got some real serious mental issues, bro. You're sitting on here asking her questions that you know the answers to, man. Lord have mercy, man. Oh my God, bro. Crazy work, man. Yeah, salute everybody. Jerry, I appreciate you in the cash app with the donation. And Alexis Fowler says, did he eat fruity pebbles? You ain't right. You ain't right about that. You say he eat fruity pebbles? You're not right about that. That's wrong. That's wrong. Oh, man. She said, did he eat fruity pebbles, y'all? God. Man, Brian Steele, man, it's Diddy's lawyer's fault, man. That dude's a clown, bro. Diddy's lawyer is up here wasting people's time, man. Bro, just say that y'all ain't got nothing, man, and that you're just trying to say stuff so that if you have an appeal, you can say, hey, man, I said this on the record. All you trying to do is impress Diddy and show Diddy that you said something, bro. It's not gonna work, bro. We don't believe you, brother. It's not gonna work. We do not believe you. It's not gonna work, dog. At all. At all. So again, we don't believe a damn word you say. And let me ask y'all this: why don't Brian still do nothing but defend criminals? Like that makes it alleged criminals. Why is that? Crazy work, man. And people running around here praising this dude like he's some type of second coming, man. This dude's a clown, bro. Straight up, Brian Steele is a clown with a capital C. What? Is there? All right, cool. All right. Let me see. Hey, shout out to Kanika and the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you, my sister. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the channel. Hold on, let me see something. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Hold on. Yeah, man, Diddy, man. I don't know what the hell going on with this guy, man. Shout out to Myron Jackson in the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you, homie. What? Oh, okay. Let me see something here. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. What? Hold on. Yeah, my bad, y'all. My bad. Salute everybody. I had to figure something out real quick. Oh, shucks. I forgot to do that. Okay, I gotta do that. All right. So, Brian Steele says, until 2024, you never told anyone you were sexually abused. Mia says, unless it was to my privileged therapist. That's true. Brian Steele says, could you waive that privilege? The government says, objection. The judge says, man, move on, man. Brian Steele says, you joined the Me Too money grab against Diddy. He calls it a Me Too money grab. Brian Steele is a male, bro. He's a chauvinist, bro. The government says, objection. Brian Steele says, you knew that Cassie Ventura received money from her lawsuit against Diddy. Mia said it was public, man. He says, but you speak with Cassie? She says, never about anything I discussed with the government. Brian Steele said, how will we know that? Oh, my God, bro. Oh, man, bro. This guy's a joke, bro. Once again, he's trying to make it seem like it's about money. This girl was subpoenaed to be in court. She didn't volunteer to go to court, man. You acting like she volunteered to go to court to get on this dude. She didn't do that. She was forced to come to court, subpoenaed. That means she could have been a part of the situation, brother, because she was helping within that circle, right? Crazy. Oh, man. Brian still gonna have a lot of people not liking him. He don't wasted all his time to say what? It's a money grab? Come on, bro. All they can try and do is dirty people up. That's it. That's all they can try and do is muddy the waters. They don't got nothing of real substance. And that's the worst part about this whole thing, is Diddy's team have nothing of real substance. Shout out to Emily in the Cash App with the donation. She said, salute to you for calling it like it is. Hey, you already know. I ain't gonna call it no other way. But like it T.I. is. Straight up. The government says, man, bro, this dude is a clown, man. Oh my God, bro. Uh, they cooking Brian Steele, man. They cooking this dude, man. This dude's a clown, bro. He's a clown, bro. He been doing way too much, bro. Unbelievable stuff, man. They know Diddy is done, bro. They know he's done. Oh my goodness gracious, bro. The government says objection. The judge is sustained. Brian Steele says, let me show you some documents. Read it to yourself. And Your Honor, could we have a sidebar? The judge says, yeah. Oh my God. Another sidebar, man. This dude, Brian Steele, is a jackass, man. He's a jackass. Oh, they call this dude great. This is the dude they supposed to be great. He's supposed to be some type of fake ass legend, Brian Steele. This dude, he's done nothing. Brian Steele has done nothing to be on the level of Johnny Cochran. Johnny Cochran won a case flat out for O.J. Simpson. Johnny Cochran won a case flat out for Sean P. Diddy Combs. Brian Steele has not done a goddamn thing. Brian Steele got a man to say he's guilty with a 15-year goddamn probation, where he can't even go back to his own home city. And then not only that, if he does anything to cross the line, he's out of here. He's got to walk the straight and for 15 years. Crazy as hell, man. Tell me, what has he done that's great? Everybody says, oh, he's great. Why? Because he do a bunch of hooting and howling on the stand? That don't make you great, man. Johnny Cochran didn't have to do none of that. Johnny Cochran didn't have to do no hooting and hollering on no stand. Johnny Cochran get the job done just talking to you. I'm trying to tell y'all this. Oh my God, man. Brian's still out here wasting everybody's time. So all he want to do is muddy the waters. That's it. All right, y'all, let's keep going. Right. So, the judge said, the jurors, you can leave. He told Mia, when we come back, you will be shown documents. Have a good break. Mia leaves. Diddy's lawyer said, we'll talk with the government over the break about the witness's lawyer. Judge says, okay. Man, I'm going to eat break too, man. I'm going to eat some lunch, y'all. I'll be back after the lunch break.
All right, you guys. So we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym, work out, exercise, and do what you got to do. Stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.